See you there.
I go look for the name.
And you pass along the message.
Ye. Zofia? Comrade Zofia?
Yes, Comrade Captain.
Just Yajua is fine. Uh, where in Jupiter are you from? Where in the Jovian Union? Where in the Union are you from?
Uh, Novinets, sir.
I went to Nova Venets once. It's pretty nice.
Is it? Was
I,
it?
I thought so. It's like yeah. I've been to a lot of places in the Union, especially when I was fresh out of the academy. It's there's obviously nothing wrong with the camper cities. Of course, the material conditions are just so different there. But Novignyets just sort of feels different. It feels weirdly like you're back in the rings. I guess it's because it's one of the older colonies. I don't really know. Just a feeling. I liked it there.
I've only been to the rings a few times in my life, but it really did feel like home from my own perspective. You've never met a city with more memorials than Novinet, sir.
No, not even in the old town of Harmonia. It's like you're literally tripping over the history. It's jumping out at you. My dad was a little sergeant during you know back then, and he doesn't really talk about it, but it's a weighty place, and I think it's kind of unfair that it's got the reputation that it's got. It's like actually pretty beautiful. Sun's a lot bigger there. I never got over that.
Fuyuki, I
Yes.
would like you to roll keen academics to see if you understand what they're talking about.
Okay. What's my keen academics again? Oh, that's not bad. Two successes.
Two successes. So, from what you know, Novi Nets was a war. The short of it is basically some mercenaries, some oranges. You know those guys. You have the same kind of guys on Saturn. You've been fighting them all the time. Basically hopped the border and took over a regional capital in the Jovian Union and tried to secede from the rest of the Union. It was like a 5-year affair. Like 4 million people died.
Like this is a war that
Gotcha.
like every Jovian's grandpa would have fought in.
The president
I
was a
see.
fleet
The
rifle at the time.
president, he sure was. Stormed the breach at the last battle of Novignyets. Yeah. I hope to go back. Because like Armonia is like it's Armonia, like I guess it's nice. It's got all the stuff there is, but it's just so I don't know.
Big.
It's big, and especially in the super colonies. They don't have any charisma. Novignyets has charisma.
As, as much as the Union is all of our livelihoods and the shining star of Seoul, she is a young nation. Her histories do not match those of Terra or Mars.
It means we just got room to make it.
And one of my favorite parts, well, I guess we'll see what Saturn's like. It's a big old system. It's kind of embarrassing. I actually put in an application to be an embassy guard back on Terra. And I didn't pass, obviously, but you got to go at some point in your life. And it's I'm from a Sunni family. I want to go on Hajj one day, but you know,
I went as a kid, actually.
on Hajj.
No, despite my ancestry, I'm irreligious. I was taken by my Oppo mother
Your Opal mom took you to Earth?
Yes, all of her children.
That's so cool. Like, what's it? I don't know, dumb question. Well, like, what's Sky like?
It's I expect to look up and see life, and yet all I see is it's like a sea, like a lake, but all around you. It's mesmerizing.
He just sort of gives a sigh. I can't wait to go one day. That's so cool that you got to go as a kid.
I've never been. Maybe one day, though.
Hopefully one day. Once
Perhaps
we
when the
kick
war is over.
once we whip their blue asses out of Saturn.
Exactly. We've got bigger things to deal with right now.
Nah, we got him on the back foot. Well, if the newspapers are telling the truth. I'm certain it's more complicated than that, but we're a lot closer. Fetty's got to get all the way here from Earth.
My trick is that I read the federal newspapers. They are the ones that tell the truth of the conflict. For when they are optimistic, even when they are optimistic, it is telling when they are afraid.
How do the federal papers treat the slow retreat?
Tragedy, mostly. But they like to guise it.
Well,
But even admitting it exists at all is telling of what it is.
Oh, of course. It's a tragedy that they're having to back out of the places they invaded. No one asked them to come over here.
well, there was a
Not
lot.
everyone we're fighting is a Martian or a Terran-born federal.
Would be a lot simpler if it was.
Terran's all the way out here? What?
Yeah, maybe one or two. Some freaks.
Right, maybe one or two.
It certainly would be a lot simpler if it was all Martians against us. But it looks like if anything, we got a lot of Martians on our side. It really is more a war of ideology, which is easier in some ways and harder in others.
If they're
Thankfully-
the enemy, they're the enemy.
Thankfully,
Harmonia herself said that national identity is the cancer of the system.
She was certainly right about that. But we out here in the Periphery Alliance, we're not afraid to acknowledge that all conflicts are political. I can't imagine the federal newspapers even can get half of the Cronian, the weirdness of the Cronian conflict. It's all got to be in their neat little packages. Like, there's no way that your average Terran knows about the Dare Denies, right?
No, of course not. That's why it's so effective.
You see a,
Man,
No idea
man
what's
walking
coming for
over
him.
and says, this is, for the rest of the audience, this is Lieutenant O'Connell, Corin O'Connell, Corkhead, and says, Captain, most Terrans don't even know there's a war on Saturn right now.
Can't help but feel bad for them, to be honest. They don't know anything about the world they live in.
It's stranger that they don't even know anything about the Federation they started.
Also true. Well, got 9 hours to kill. Everyone's bunked down. Rasavine's not back yet. That's kind of the one person that I've got left to check in with. What day of the week is it?
Today's a Monday.
Today's Monday. Oh no, I'll have to check in with Rasavin and see what day the Ship Commune Council meets on.
You see, Corkhead, they wither a bit at that.
Has he not set up the meetings yet?
He looks like he's about to say this very diplomatically. Sir,
Don't call Sir's a blue word. Comrade, please.
well, I was a blue. Anyways, I know he enjoys the debate square slightly too much. He's zealous.
As any Jovian should be.
Yeah. Was that in character or out of character?
That was in character.
Jozsua just sort of when Jozsua hears that he's too that Rasiving is too excited in the debate square, he's like, one of those. And then when he hears Zoifiya go off like that, he's like, two of those. It's like, well, hopefully I can try to reel him in. The communal meeting isn't supposed to be a fight club.
I hope it isn't.
Also,
I appreciate
O'Connell, one of my pilots insinuated to me the other day that, well, not the other day, an hour ago, that is there a decent amount of is there a lot of anti-Belter sentiment on this ship?
From who?
Any Little John, someone called him subhuman, basically. He was kind of tetchy. He didn't really want to get into it, but, I've kind of got to look into that kind of thing as the depth poll.
You see O'Connell look actively confused. What?
You see, that was my reaction. I just, it's a new ship. Everyone's new, bumping shoulders. People get mad.
You might want to check in with one of the lieutenants with the mechanics. They might know some more.
All right. Well, thanks, I guess.
Hordon.
Thanks, Connor.
Yeah.
You and Ventura are having a coffee.
Question is this decent coffee or is this like office Keurig coffee?
It is office Keurig coffee. However, it is free, and it's about the same you would have gotten in a corporate colony, anyways.
Well, Runt, I'm not sure I'd call this coffee anything other than grog, but like you said, free.
So, Horton.
Yeah.
Get up to anything?
Mostly just 3D art with the VR headset.
Huh. When you started doing that?
About 2 years ago. My husband bought me the set, and well, I've been fucking with it ever since. I got kind of good at it actually, but I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to do that coming up here. That's actually a good question. Is there like a schedule that we need to be keeping up with here? Or is it just kind of free time unless we're bashing skulls?
Well, how much do you know about Jovax?
Who?
Jovax, Jovians. Big scary communists.
Yeah, I'll be honest, not much.
So I've been in the IVA for like a year now.
Okay.
And so the way they do it is, it's a lot like the unions, but they meet every week instead of like twice a month.
Okay.
So let's just say you're gonna be busy. Don't worry though, you will get some free time, but you are gonna be fucking busy.
All things to consider, that's probably not a bad thing. Next question is, they do like rotating trainings around here, or is that just up for me to decide when to do?
Oh, trainings though. Well, that's either Mark's job or what was your captain's name again?
Yusuf, that was it.
Yusuf, yeah, it's probably Yusuf's job.
Okay.
And well, Priest has us running pretty ragged, so I know for the very least, Dancing Queen doesn't pick on one Rafa.
You've been here a while. How much action does this ship actually end up seeing?
Fuck ton.
Fuck ton.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest with you, Horton. If you're not good at what you do at all this, you like points around, and you don't ask to get out after 6 months, the war will chew you out. He smiles.
Don't worry, I think I'm in the place I was meant to be. Speaking of, I do think it's time I go find my buds. Seen you around?
Actually, when you say that, you hear a clamber as, you see over off in the distance, two what it looks like NCOs of the middle ranks have cornered a warrant officer, and they keep following him. And then Eastwood says, "Yeah, I probably have to go deal with that."
NCO Mafia?
Something like that.
Gotcha. You have fun with that, or do you need help?
I wouldn't mind hand cracking their skulls.
All right. Hordon stretches his shoulders and starts walking over there, behind Runt, letting him lead the way.
One moment, let me just roll. Threshold 8. You see him pick up what looks like some sort of like emery block, and he fucking chucks it at one of them, and it hits him. And then the other one looks over and says, "The fuck are you doing to Berkchurk?"
Oh, damn. With him throwing the MRE, I'll push past Runt and make sure that myself is known in the situation before the other guy does anything stupid.
You see this sergeant sort of back down, do the sheer size of yourself. And then you see the warrant officer behind him, sort of withers, like, "Eastwood, you didn't have to do that." To which Eastwood says, let's see. Not McQueen. That wouldn't work as a name. You said Guinness should. Then Eastwood says Guinness should know better by now. Wouldn't you say so? Oh, Hordon.
I'm a firm believer in the debate square.
And then Eastwood says, "I'm sure, Guinness, that Rasvin would have so many nice things to say about you picking on Berkjerk again." So, he, leans over towards this guy and says, "If I see your rat ass again, and me and Horton here are gonna fucking shove it so far up your ass that they're gonna think you were a folding chair." And then he leans out, and then this guy glares and then storms off with his buddy following.
Runt?
Yeah?
The fuck does Berkjerk mean?
And then you see this warrant officer like raise his hand meekly. Oh, hello. Warrant officer Jersey L. Berkey.
Ah, okay. That makes way more sense. Sorry, Ron. I was actually there with you for a bit of that, and then you screamed Burke Jerk, and I had kind of frazzled me.
Well, that's what he's called, old little John.
So is it common that us NCOs are bullying warrant officers?
They do things differently here. The ranks are all bullshit anyways. Always happen. Yeah, don't believe anything you hear from the Jovians that they mean anything back on Jupiter. That's a lie they tell themselves.
So is it more like just
Nah, they just hate
personal?
him.
Well, I meant more like, are we supposed to be doing this by like personal gravitas, or?
It's sort of like a feeling. You feel me?
Okay. Yeah, I think so.
It's all some fuck ass shit.
I have no clue what he's talking about. All right.
And then you see El Berkey says, no one knows what Runt is usually saying. Jozsua,
I really.
the rest of you come back to the mess hall.
We arrive in the aviation mess hall.
After this nonsense.
We're back.
So who is here?
Everyone.
Even Rasavine?
Not Rasmus.
Everyone but the one person that we need to talk to.
Comrade Captain, it seems this Rasavin character is, how would you say, a fluke?
Well, I just kind of need to. Well, once I just got all this paperwork, and it's all done, and he's the person I give it to, and he's not here, so I just gotta hang on to it.
Hey, Cap, can't you just, I don't know, use one of these tablets they gave us and just send it to him digitally?
Use a what?
This tablet.
Can I see that? He says, like, gesturing for yours.
I hand it over.
He just sort of like he gives it the like the dad with glasses, like not sure like how to look at it, and he's like,
Well, first, and I reach over and I sign out of my profile off of it. You have to sign in on yours.
oh right. He has done this before, but it's been a while. He tabs over to his personal account. And he goes, checks messages, sees all the paperwork's done. He's like, oh, great. I've done the tangible version of it, so if I were to do the digital version of it, I'd just have to start over. He signs out and gives it back to Little John. I'd prefer to just give it to him personally. We're sharing a cabin, so it's all kind of academic anyways.
Could leave it on the table in the cabin. Lock your door.
I don't know why I didn't do that already.
This is why back in the RMMA, everything was physical. This digital information, it's a fad. It won't be here in 50 years.
Yozsua sort of just like screws up his eyebrows and he just sort of opens his mouth as though he were to say something and just shakes his head. He's like, just sort of bundles up everything and puts it under his arm. Everyone moved in all right. We found a dancing queen a few minutes ago. He was, it shouldn't be a surprise, he was dancing alone.
I knew it.
That does sound unlike the Colonel.
It's the stereotypes are, well, completely true. I would say. Completely normal in every way, except that he's, killed all those people. And also is just obsessed with disco dancing.
I can respect that.
I think you
Like-
gotta be a little wrong in the head to do this kind of job and keep your sanity.
And in terms of the ways in which you could go wrong, that's a pretty good one.
Exactly.
It's a lot better than alcoholism or, Allah forbid, smoking.
And then Eastwood says, "What's wrong with smoking?" He says as he's starting to light up.
Yoshua's eyes go wide, and he's just kind of at a loss for words, and just decides to leave it because he's been here for one day and he doesn't want to fuck up everything.
Fuyuki like kind of visibly twitches a bit, but just like does not say anything and is like, "And you are?"
Sup? My name's Eastwood.
Hello.
One Rafa, right?
Yeah. He's staring.
You been here long?
Like a year.
Well, you've been here much longer than any of us. What do we gotta know?
Huh? He looks at you
Huh?
funny.
Anything we gotta know?
We're
Words of-
second, Rafa.
Words of comradely advice? We're two, Rafa, yeah.
I'd advise against getting blown up.
It's good advice.
Good advice.
Zoifiya notes that down.
Comrade director, I have a question.
I might have an answer.
How tall is he?
He's like
Lilliputian.
5 foot flat.
I'm a couple inches shorter than him. I made this guy 4'11".
I think
An inch shorter.
Yep.
Built for the cockpit.
Well, it's good to meet you. I'm glad everything's going all right. Oh, I know it's bad luck to ask. What happened to our predecessors?
Oh, they got moved over to what was that? He looks for a second, try to remember. I think, don't quote me on this. As they were thinking about, they made another regiment, and they got transferred over to make the new corps, like
Ah,
of the pilots. You know,
Nice.
I think it was like
Yeah, it's just I don't
35th.
numbers, new faces. It's so hard. Yeah, no, I'm so used to like, okay, so you probably all figured out now, I'm in the RMMA, and so we all cycle out all the time, right? Because bunch of conscripts, and so when like movies about the IBA, whenever like new people show up, it's always because the people before them died horribly, and well, I guess I was a little nervous.
Oh yeah, don't worry. It's like he looks over to Berkshire Ark. It's like, yeah, he was a replacement for what was his name? I think it was Brady. Got his ass blown the fuck up, man. Yeah, try not to die. I'm really serious. Don't blow up.
I have no intention. I really love not to. Inshallah.
I'm sure Jovi and Walker Frames can outperform anything we see on the field.
Sure thing.
And
Like I
if
said, skill of the pilot. I'm way too damn stubborn to blow up anytime soon, though.
It's very individual of you, Fuyuki.
You know, I'm gonna
nah.
keep it 100 with you, whatever your name is. And a 300mm bazooka doesn't really care what you're flying so long as you hit.
Exactly.
Oh,
So just don't get
Joshua
hit.
says, just sort of like putting his palms down on the table. I guess we got a few hours to kill. Anyone want to hit the simulators? I think they're
I would
empty right
love
now.
to.
Eastwood, care to join us?
Huh? No, that sounds like work.
Suit yourself. Oh, something I'm supposed to tell everyone. Colonel wants everyone in aviation mess, full dress, 2,100 hours.
You say why? Oh no, but I was
Rasavine-
there for that, wasn't
uh,
I? Retracted from the record.
Rasavine wants a group photo to pin in the newspapers in her bank hall.
Badass. Oh,
Does
alright.
everyone
He's-
have full dress uniforms?
We have dress uniforms.
I was gonna ask that too.
Well,
Yeah.
Zophiya's already wearing hers.
I got some
full
coveralls.
dress. Well, okay. Well, I guess that's what I'm going to be doing over the next 9 hours. I'm going to go draw some. You can just give them back at the end of the day. But I'll go talk to the ship Dep Ops and or Dep Rear. I don't know who's in charge of uniforms in the IVA. And I'll go find some for the photo op. Rasavine,
Gotcha.
gotta get the colonel his picture.
I'll brush my hair and try to get the vacant, hollow expression out of my eyes.
Were you Miliband? Do you have Shashki?
Come again.
That what?
Shashki, your swords.
I got an axe.
Okay, close enough.
We get swords.
Well, you get it's like a big old knife. A lot more practical, to be honest. But, yeah.
I was never
Trade?
assigned mine.
You ever got one? Oh. Well, you can borrow mine. I'm tall. I'll stand in the back. Yeah, no. Little John. Can I call you that?
Sure.
Yeah, you get this thing called a kinjal. It's a big old brass thing, massive blade, way more practical than an actual scrum. I've honestly been kind of
brass?
jealous. Well, brass. They're not actually made of brass. They're like traditionally they're sort of like brass
Electroplated?
plated. Yeah. It's a 2 foot long, wicked sharp. I've been told it cuts through an EVA suit like it's nothing.
Sounds like a sword.
Well,
I mean, it's short.
then Eastwood says like he puts his feet, one hand at his hip, another at his knee. It's about this long in total with handle, so it's kind of a sword. But it's kind of also a dagger. Also, the Uniki love the thing. They love stabbing the shit out of the guys with them.
Groovy.
Sounds fun.
Eastwood's
Why not
Bienio
shoot them?
Rosso ever been boarded?
Huh? What was that?
Has Bienio Rosso ever been boarded?
No, he does the boarding. Although,
Really?
no, we got lucky. Plus, no, we got some dare to dies on board. I don't think anyone wants to board us.
Yeah, this is a good point. Yeah.
I kind of wish they'd try.
Jozsua just sort of side eyes Fuyuki like,
Fuck that. What was your name again?
Me?
Yeah.
Fuyuki Ryu.
Well, Rio. Oh, I don't know how many times you've been bored by Fedrak commandos, but that shit sucks ass.
He just kind of shrugs.
Let's knock on wood. What ways do we have wood? We don't have wood. This is a ship.
it's a Jovian ship, so yes.
She takes out her revolver and knocks on the handle.
Whoa, what's that museum piece?
Wait, that's federal.
He says that's Zofiya's revolver.
Wait, aren't you a Jovian? Miliband? Where the hell did...
This is a Kamali Vanda, I'll have you know.
No, that's definitely a Belway. The fuck do you have a Belway? Why?
It's for out of atmosphere fighting. I mean, there is no atmosphere when we're fighting, so practical.
That's not how guns work, right? Jozsua says.
This is why I prefer an axe.
The revolver is specifically designed for space fighting.
Right, but like I don't know. It's like stopping power, right? It's something federal chuds think is real, but like kinda isn't.
Okay, and we have Dare to Dies on board. They are carrying axes and swords. Do you want to tell that to me again?
No, I didn't mean anything by it.
I'm sorry, I take things too personally.
It's alright. Day one, we're gonna bump elbows.
Let's just not do it in The Sims. By your side, Captain. Comrade, Captain.
He smiles at Zoifiya finally actually calling him comrade. Let's hit the Sims.
Let's go.
After you, Yusuf.
And you get walking towards the simulator room. And lo and behold, there is Senior Lieutenant Istvan Rasavan, priest, just walking by.
I recognize him from the file photo. Comrade Lieutenant Rasavine?
Ah, Comrade Captain, how can I help?
I've got all the paperwork for the Rafa that's now embarked, safe and sound aboard the ship. I hear you're volunteering as the ship's dep pole?
That is correct.
In addition to your duty as the detachment's dep ops.
Correct. He just smiles.
And commander of one Rafa.
Indeed.
Jozsua doesn't wait even long enough to take a breath and just hands over the packet of paperwork.
Thank you, comrade. And then he takes it, he shuffles it under his arm. And how goes your own Rafa?
Good. We were all lucky enough to come aboard on the same thing, all aboard on the same shuttle. Well, all the pilots at least. The support crew are still getting situated. We got the berthing bill all set up just fine. We were able to reach out to the Basha and to the Comrade Colonel. And aside from that, we're just getting moved in, and we're headed to the simulation room now. I'm sure you'll find we're berthing together. I put my stuff on the top bunk. If you need to move it, feel free to. I don't have much stuff.
He just kind of nods along as he listens. There's kind of that demeanor that he's not fully listening because he's kind of just looking around constantly. But he then settles back and goes, "Understood. Well, if you have anything you need from me, feel free to ask, comrade."
I'll certain see you shortly. We've all heard the news. 2100 full dress for your photograph.
He smiles widely and says, "Excellent. I'm glad that got conveyed properly."
May I ask why?
Simple. It's a photo op. We need pictures of brave IVA fighters for the presses back home. And here. The Cronians need to know that we are here, that we are present, and seeing the faces of those who have come to fight alongside them in this long struggle for liberation is exactly the sort of morale raising that has been determined.
If I may, Comrade Lieutenant, he says, eyeing Littlejohn real quickly, perhaps our pressure suits and flight rig would be more appropriate than full dress?
What's your logic, comrade? He tilts his head.
We're the IVA. People aren't expecting full dress. They're expecting walker frame pilots.
I like the way you think. Consider it done.
Well, we've got simulated walker frames to blow up. I'm sure we'll catch up in a little bit. We're going to be roomies after all. That'll be all, Comrade Lieutenant.
He nods and, just sort of heads out to make room for them all. Good luck in the sim.
We proceed, and Jozsua walks away thinking to himself, what a profoundly unsettling person.
Oh?
It's just most people aren't, he's trying to juggle so many things all at once, trying to kind of, he's got a finger in political operations, he's got a finger in detachment operations, he's got an entire Rafa to command, and meanwhile he's, worried about what the newspapers back home are going to think, As someone who's only holding 2 hats, that's a lot of hats.
Respect it.
You know what this reminds you of?
What does this remind me of?
Does it remind you of the actual Missy Mistafar Ace from the Novi Nets War? He reminds you of the propaganda posters of Missy Mistafar.
The one you see in the movies, yeah.
He's it's like John fighter pilot for the Jovians. He's like, because there's an ideal in Jupiter about what a hero is supposed to be like, self-sacrificial to a fault. And it's kind of weird seeing like a real live example of it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna leave him to his paper pushing, and we're gonna go to the flight simulator.
And you get to the flight simulator.
Good news for you, Little John. I got you out of wearing a tie all evening.
Honestly, if you'd brought me a suit, I guarantee you'd it looked like I was flooding a bit.
I already got dressed for such an occasion. I suppose
Man,
first
You look
impressions.
dapper.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. We've all got pressure suits, right?
Of course.
Well, we would be dead if we didn't.
So,
Well, like issued already, right?
yeah,
It's fitted and everything.
It's part of your flight suit.
All right.
Hold on, Zoifiya. Do they not pressurize UEs?
No,
Oh, no,
they do.
They do. It's
Okay,
just,
God, you
it's-
scared me for a second.
It's
Oh.
a figure of speech, Comrade Sergeant.
Oh.
Lieutenant Sergeant.
Thought
Yeah,
y'all
no,
were
it's-
extra suicidal.
No, it's just it can
Just
take
gotta
a
keep
lot.
you on your toes,
A lot less than a direct hit can cause the cabin to depressurize, and I'd rather not die in an accidental cabin depressurization because someone in the flight pool forgot to screw something in all the way.
Nasty way to go, that.
Plus, the newer ones, they have automatic sort of like G modifications. So if you start to pull like really intense Gs, they'll squeeze you in the legs to keep you from fainting.
My mom always did say I had the body type for high G maneuvers.
Mom sounds like
I
a
don't
cool
know.
lady.
I don't know if I have the right body type for it, but that's not gonna stop me. And he kind of grins.
No, it's a short. No. We learned this in the academy. It's easier for shorter people because your hearts don't have to beat as hard. You can actually pull way higher Gs than the rest of us.
I'll keep that in mind.
Not that it matters in the sim,
simulate.
but
True.
No simulator simulates Gs yet. It would be too easy for it to mess up and rip your legs off.
You see, Jozsua is not smiling.
Well, everything the Federals do better, we do it first, and well, that includes simulators. So
If you haven't done it.
I haven't done what?
No, if the Jovians haven't done it.
Oh yeah, if the Jovians haven't done it, the Federals certainly haven't done it. But the thing is once we have a simulator that can simulate Gs, in a few years or months, the Federals will have a simulator that can simulate Gs without ripping your legs off, and we'll just copy that.
I do love stealing things from my enemies.
I love the Cold War.
You say out loud.
I mean, kinda. Jozsua says aloud. All right.
You get to the simulator.
All right. One Rafa.
What now?
One Rafa. All right. I go over to the operations panel. This is a deft thing. This is something I've done for over 10 years at this point, queuing up a simulator in a simulation. I rig us all up for Beffer's UEs, and then gin up a randomized enemy that's about 3/4 as strong as we are.
3/4. So that.
We're not trying to actually hurt ourselves. Just go through our paces.
Speak for yourself, sorry.
2D. Do you know if there's a way in a sim that I can give you an axe?
If you look at the configurations of my Walker Frame's loadout, maybe? Or do you mean like you
No,
mean my
just in the
Walker Frame
simulator,
or like
well, it's like in the
me
simulator,
myself?
No. In the simulator, we've got to do, everything I got to give you has to be a piece of equipment the thing already recognizes. I'm afraid I'm
Hmm.
gonna have to give you a sword for this one because no one's bothered to add an axe to it before, which apparently
Does it-
that's an oversight.
I wonder who I could pester about that one.
Probably the ship Depops. That's where I'd start.
I mean, considering the axe is a physical object even in the simulator, does it really matter?
Well, that's the thing. It is a physical object, but it's a prop. It doesn't have the rigging or attachment points for you to actually use it as a weapon, and it also doesn't have like any stats. So even if you hit someone with it, it wouldn't do nothing. It's kind of dumb. These things are really a pain to update. You can you can force an update out to them, and then you can screw it up, and it'd be better if you did nothing at all. But as we get new
Yeah.
data in from intelligence and the jackies, you gotta update them. So they just kind of get worse over time, unless you got like a real wizard with the mechanical computer that runs them. Then they can just sort of shave off a bit here and there on the cogs and just boom, works again. But like you got to be born with that talent. You can't learn it. It's nuts. He says all of this while like adeptly switching it's a real cassette futurism looking thing, the knobs and switches and dials and printed readouts and CRT readouts. All right, I got it set up for us right now. Should be three randomized enemies. All right, everyone, get in your eggs.
Just don't let
Aye.
Markovic's charisma think that any of us are lone wolves. We're a team.
Mm-hmm.
Of
Rafa
course.
fight together. It's the Arabic. You know what? Hey, you guys actually know what the word Rafa means?
No.
So it's the Arabic for like shingles on a roof. You overlap the individual things together, and nothing can get through.
I almost thought you meant the disease for a second, Captain.
I did not mean the disease.
That would be
Nope.
unfortunate.
Eggs, everyone, go.
And
Aye.
when you all boot up, let's see, Little John.
Yep.
In front of you, you get into the panoramic cockpit. For the simulator one, very much like a real one. Unlike, say, for example, a weaponized civilian Walker frame that you would have used in the belt, this one is a full 360-degree cockpit. And none of the screens are flat; they're actually rounded to account for this. And some other quality of life improvements is in your flight suit. Your helmet has a little HUD. In the top left corner, you see Timebomb at the very top, then Scout, 2D, then yourself. As well as the strength of connection between each of your units. In front of you is a colony, as the scenario has been randomized. It's currently on colony assault. You must take point alpha from the enemy with minimal damage to the colony. Timebomb, what's the play? Unless Horton, you wanted to say something in response?
Oh, it was just going to be a simple Hordon lets out a long whistle as he can't stop looking behind and above him. This is going to
Nice,
be
isn't it?
so much easier.
These are new Sims. They're good. All right, Little John, you're going to come with me. We're going to draw the sunflowers away from the colony. Scout, 2D, you're going to engage as soon as they start moving.
Gotcha.
We're okay
Aye.
with dodging and weaving and leading them away, guys. If you're not absolutely certain a shot is going to hit them, just wait. We absolutely cannot afford to hit the colony. All right, what's my leadership check?
Is this an order or a team action maneuver?
These are orders.
I would like you to roll me tact leadership.
Detect leadership. Okay, that's a threshold of an 8. First leadership check of the game. That's a
Woohoo!
4. All right. 5 successes.
5 successes, everyone. And you now enjoy a +3 for your next roll, assuming you
Woohoo.
follow your orders. Just put that in the sheet. So, Timebomb, I'm going to pull you first. What do?
Oh, time bomb. All right. 2D, come with me. I'm going to do a maneuver where I go to maximum speed, go right up to the sunflowers where they definitely can't escape me. And then I'm going to turn and burn directly and lead them on a vector away from the colony. 2D, come with me.
Gotcha.
I meant Little John. 2D and Zoifiya are together. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got confused for a second.
All right. And then now team action maneuver.
You can't. You did the order instead.
I can't. I did the order already.
So,
Did the order instead.
so from
All right.
what it sounds like what you want to do is
I'm so used to having 2 actions because my brain is the best. And now my brain is just normal. So
You had your extra special brain action taken away.
I have had my extra special brain action and my extra reaction taken away.
I mean, mine too. I gotta get used to that.
Like,
you
I'm
know,
not magic anymore.
like living like a mortal.
Living
I
like
don't
a
get to do
mortal?
insane shit as a reaction anymore.
I can't get to do 3 actions per turn if I play my cards right.
Anyways, from the sounds of it, you want to do a move check followed by some sort of deception, maybe a sleight.
Move followed by it really is just a move. Yeah, but it's a complicated maneuver. One that you'd easily mess up.
I have a question. So
Yeah.
I can do this 2 ways because you want to distract these guys, right?
I do.
So you can either make it 2 checks, which is a normal move check, then followed by some sort of check to see how well they buy the bait, take it, or I can slap you a -3, and you could just do the move check.
Let's see. I'll do the move check with a -3.
I will remind you, the Beffer's UE is agile. You roll twice on move checks.
Yes.
Alrighty, please make me a move check with a -3.
Hold on. I'm trying to find my 3rd die. It just fell off the table at some point.
It could be
Hold on,
better.
wait,
You could be parry with his 1 die that he rolls. Actually, no, it's now 2
Yeah,
dies that he just continually keeps rolling like a psycho.
All right, here we go. Okay, 3 dice. So I roll and use the lowest of the 2 products, right?
Yeah, or whatever is quote unquote best. That's really for you to decide, but typically.
Okay, my threshold's a 12. -3. So that's 10. Okay, that's a meets it, beats it, and that's a. All right, meets it, beats it. 1 success. Of the best of the 2, each -3.
Alrighty. 1 moment. So what you see happen, Timebomb, is you start to barrel towards this colony as you see 3 blue plumes out in the distance start to react against you. You see one of them take a shot at you, the first sunflower, direct hit, and then your beam shield eats it.
Oh, all right. Got a bit hairy there.
And then the other one is going to follow suit. And the same again as, you know, the little what are they called? The announcers in the cockpit that say like it's basically screaming at
The
you.
bitching Betty.
Yeah, that you've been hit. Granted, besides your anti-beam coating being slightly compromised, your structural integrity is still good.
Okay.
And the first and second Sunflower have wasted their reaction. Who would you like to pass to?
I'm going to pass to. I'm going to pass to Scout.
Scout, what would you like to do?
Sunflower 1's already used their reaction. And, yeah, Time Bomb's taking a hit, and Zoifiya's over comms, or Scout over comms is gonna say, Time Bomb, I heard that over there. I heard that from all the way over here, past the Sims. You okay?
Just a scratch. Take the
Let's make
shot.
this count. She's going to sort of aim. I imagine they're in flight in the center of the colony, and so she's like sort of just stops herself, takes aim. Actually, no, she's not. She's going to sort of still going over to Time Bomb, take the shot midair.
Alrighty, please make me a snapshot, it sounds like.
Okay, and is that gonna have the +3, or is that too derivative from orders?
That should be
Oh,
within your orders.
That's straight up what your orders are. So go for it. Use it.
Your target has a -1. Which one is exactly your target?
Sunflower 1.
Sunflower 1. Was
I'm going to use. That was a 16 rolled. Can I use the narrative point to
You may.
Will this still give me the bonus, or will this counteract the bonus?
You know, a reroll is just whatever you would need to have rolled beforehand. Like it's just do it. You just get to roll the dice again, whatever it was. Your thresholds don't change on that.
That was another 16.
Ouch. As you see the first Sunflower
One failure, then.
fly out of the way, this Jamesbury 2 easily evades your shot and then returns fire. Is there anything you would like to do, Scout? Tired?
Oh, I'm Scout. Sorry. My apologies. No, Scout is going to hold her reaction to essentially. Yeah, she's gonna hold her reaction, and because she was passed to, she's going to pass it to Sunflower 2.
I technically did that out of order because. Anyways, because I accidentally pressed the thing too quickly. Sunflower 2 takes the shot at you, and because you chose not to use reaction, hits you. And your beam shield just takes it.
Okay. Can you not use the reaction to dodge?
Well, you chose not to.
Oh, I chose not to use reaction on my turn.
That was my question, because I returned fire. It's just,
I see. My mistake then. Yeah, I'll take it with the beam shield.
you do so. And then Sunflower 3 pulls out its beam saber time bomb and starts to charge you. You have a reaction. Is there anything you'd like to do? Also, 2D, Little John, you also have reactions. If there's anything you'd like to do.
I'm gonna use my reaction and take a snapshot at it.
Is this to hit or is this suppression?
What's the difference mechanically?
On suppression, you ignore nimble, give yourself +1. It inflicts a negative modifier on my check.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll suppression.
All right.
Can I meeting attack someone who is not charging me but an ally close by?
That would feel inappropriate for this moment.
Fair.
Let's see. So what am I rolling?
keen firearm system.
3, 2. Three, two, 5. 5 and 5. Okay, 10.
Tired. Why'd
Okay,
you
10.
remove your shield? You have a beam shield. It when it gets hit, it just stays at 4 health.
Damn.
UMP. What did you say?
Wait, hold on. Oh, threshold 12. I
UMP
rolled a
muscle
13.
memory.
Do you account for your +1?
1. I have a +1.
Yeah, because
Oh, +1 because Overwatch meets it, beats it. Yeah.
no, actually, it's +1 because of his suppression. So that's 1 success.
All right, 1 success.
Bringing your target down to 5 successes. Does anyone like to do something?
Please stop him from killing me.
Yeah, I was about to say, would I be close enough that I could charge at him and
Fuck up his shit? Yes.
No.
fuck up his shit?
Actually,
Yeah.
I think Little John is the only one who's close enough.
Can
'Cause-
Zoifiya?
You could that's the thing is that he's closing into melee range with me. Little John's right next to me, so
That's kind of what I intended with the meeting attack, but I didn't read the reaction fully. Is there a melee version of Overwatch?
snap swipe.
Not really, but like weird stuff happens, so if you describe to me, maybe?
Yeah, my plan was after or while Timebomb was shooting at him on his way in, I was going to push up and impose myself in between them and countercharge.
Oh, that makes sense now. Yeah, that I could see that.
That's what I meant by meeting him.
Yeah, no, so it's like I know this is because this is the first game you play. Usually you just describe the thing beforehand and then say what you mechanically intend from that.
Okay.
Because then I'm
It's
more
easier
likely,
that way.
so I understand what's going on.
Also,
Yeah,
Gomline
yeah.
knows all the rules.
I did write the rule book.
Fair.
So please, Little John, make me a move check with a plus. Would you like to use your +3 now or on the actual melee attack?
On the actual melee attack.
Alrighty.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is my roll, and that is against my. Where is my character sheet? There it is. 13.
And good roll.
So how many successes did you say that was?
That would be 8 successes.
8 successes. So the way a charge works is very simple. In most checks, on a second one you do, it's a -2, right? For each additional check. So what makes charge a little different is you do a move check, and then when you do your attack, your move check acts as a positive modifier to counteract the negative modifier that's inflicted for making it a second check. So let's say, in this instance, that you rolled 8 successes, right?
Yep.
You did a second check, which will be your attack, which is a -2. Your target is Nimble 1. So that's a -3 versus the 8. So you get a +5 on this roll. My next question. How are you doing your melee attack?
Drawing from the hip with my beam saber. Or is it wrist mounted on these things?
It's Jagan styled, so it's on a waist mount.
Yeah, I'm pulling that out of the holster and using that as part of the strike.
Please roll me a
what?
snap swipe.
Snap swipe is 12 and 1, 2, 3, 8, 10. And then plus my 5 would make that my threshold 17. Eight successes.
8 successes. Wildly better than your targets. let's see. 6 versus 5. That's full damage, I know that much. So your target shield gets destroyed. It's just 3. And then, so you basically swipe away at this third sunflower's shield. And on your second strike, it bounces off the shoulder as most of the anti-beam coating eats it. And I am going to pass back to you, Little John.
We are inside the colony, correct?
Yes.
Not gonna back away and toss grenades. Going to
Actually, I would mention you have arm-mounted walker frame grenades on your buffers, left-hand side. You just bring up your arm and take 2 pot shots at him. He's very close.
As long as we're not worried about that being collateral, 100%.
So long as you don't miss.
As long as I don't miss.
This would be at a +1. Should be an ordnance snapshot.
Yep, and that is probably not good for me. 11 versus a 7. Five successes.
5 successes. So
Yep.
This is because you are new. So I'll just explain this. So on the first hit, you reduce the armor down to 1 from 5, which leaves it
Okay.
in 5 health in total, 4 frames specifically. So when you apply the second grenade hit, because you hit with both of them,
Yep.
it reduces them down to 2 frame. So there's a very important mechanic in Tension of the Soul called a mission kill. So if you hit a walker frame's body itself, not the shield, in one attack, and you reduce it down to 1 or 2 frame in that attack alone, you roll what's called a mission kill. It's very simple. You take a d6, you roll it. If it is the high half, so 4, 5, or 6, it stays up. Boo-hoo. If you roll the lower half, you've somehow critically damaged it, which means this walker frame will either end up retreating, or the pilot will have to bail because it's too damaged to continue. So please roll me a mission kill.
I did the moment you were talking about it, and I got a 4, so it's still up.
Aw.
Boo.
You can re-roll that if you'd like.
Nah, it's not worth it. We need the name.
Nah. Hordon wants him to make this an actual fight.
Alrighty.
I love the implication that narrative points are a built-in mechanic of how the simulator works.
And the second part of that, I think, was me moving back, because I did not want to stay in melee with him.
Please make me a move check at -4. Remember, because you have a agile, you roll twice, pick best of your move check.
I'm definitely going to have to roll twice and pick best, because that was horrible.
You never know. You could roll critical failure on the next one, or maybe a 17.
I rolled 2 16s in a row.
I think that's actually rarer than a critical success or failure.
6 was 10, or the reroll was 10, and my move is 13, so that is 4 successes.
4 successes. You move a medium distance away. And who would you like to pass to? Granted, your choices are 2D or the first sunflower.
Oh, probably 2D.
Yay.
What would you like to do,
Kill them.
2D?
Alright, who's still standing? And where are they at in relation to me?
Okay, so the first sunflower has... Just trying to remember... Okay, so the third sunflower
Got the combat sheet back.
chased
It's open.
after Timebomb, and Little John intercepted. So they're currently in between the first and second Sunflower and Timebomb himself.
Okay.
And they're like a medium distance away. And if you were to go straight forward, it's like towards the colony. You feel me?
Yeah, gotcha. It looks like they've got Sunflower 3 under control. Was Sunflower 1 or 2 the other one that was engaged with them?
1 and 2 engage Timebomb specifically. 3 is looking damaged, but Sunflower 1 hasn't used his action yet.
I think I would like to charge Sunflower 2 and, as we so eloquently put it before, fuck up his shit with melee.
Alrighty, so you'd like to move and do a melee attack?
Yep.
Alrighty, please make me a move check.
Okay. Let me remember what that is on here.
I will remind you, agile, remember, roll twice, pick best on your move check.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Okay. First roll, I got a 9. Second roll, I got a 10.
9 it is.
And what? Yep, it's gonna be 9.
Is
And my move is a 13.
Move's 14, so that's 6 successes?
Let me check. Uh, 5 successes, actually.
5 successes. Minus is your target's nimble 1. And the second check, so that should be a +2. Do you want to use your +3 on this?
On the melee attack? Sure.
Alrighty. So it should be back up to +5.
Cool, cool. Okay. I got a 7. Alright, and my melee is... Oh dear. It's time for insane numbers. What's my melee? Regular melee is 13.
I've converted you to the school of melee boys.
Well, it was a mix of this and like playing shock troopers and flying circus. I've been having fun with it, okay? I still love a good sniper boy. But sword is fun. Okay, that's 12 successes if I did all the math right.
12 successes. Describe to me how you're attacking this guy.
So I see that they're engaged with Sunflower 3, and it's kind of right after Sunflower 2 acted, and he's kind of facing a little bit away from me. So I think 2D sort of spots an opening and just almost like instinctually, like without thinking, just like a second nature kind of thing, darts directly for it. And just gets in close with the guy, hopefully faster than he can swing around to react, and just gets a good slash right towards the cockpit.
So when you go for him, he turns around, and in the split second, this Janesbury 2 brings its shield over, and instead of slicing through the cockpit, you basically melt away at big long gash into the shield. He drops it because it's now useless fucking slag, and he's a metaphorical handful of step away.
I see.
2D, there was only one person left to give a turn to.
That's true. I guess it's time for Sunflower 1.
Sunflower 1 is going to turn to you, 2D, and is going to try to blast your ass.
He's gonna try to blast me? Hold on. Okay, how far is he from me?
About a short distance.
Okay, because I don't want to, like, accidentally miss if I return fire, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, if it's just a short distance, I could hit him with the arm grenades.
You can.
That's true. Um, sure, I'll return fire. Why not?
With them grenades.
With them grenades. Fuck it, we ball.
Alrighty, please make me a ordnance shot at a +1.
Okay. Huh, that's strange. For some reason, my ordnance tact and my ordnance keen are different, even though my tact and keen are the same score.
I'll take a look at that later.
Yeah, just wanted to let you know. But, I will do that at a +1, you said?
Yep.
Okay. And do I get to roll twice for any checks with this walker frame?
No, that's just for movement.
Just for movement, okay. Alright, I got a 7. And I got a 10. I think I'm gonna go with the 7.
I thought you were trying to shoot this guy.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's just for movement, for rolling twice.
Oh, God, I'm fucking stupid. Wow, I'm literally just okay, excuse me, my brain feels like it's snapping in half. Then the first one I got was a 7.
How many successes is that?
I don't know, I'm about to find out. 7.
So
Sorry.
4 on the
Forgive
first
me.
one. 4 on the second one. Hit it twice, it's shattering its shield. And Sunflower 1 will give the turn to Sunflower 3, Little John.
There is still a walker frame standing in front of me.
Yep, and it's
It didn't die.
raising its 300mm bazooka at you. Timebomb, Little John, would you like to react in any way?
I'm gonna shrug it off just so I can learn how this mechanic works.
Alrighty, well, -2, 10, 9. Okay, so it's very simple. You take a armor value or shield value and you use it instead. So the special thing about shrug-offs is twofold. First off, if you succeed a shrug-off and you beat him in the roll, congratulations, no damage is done. It costs you 1 health point to do this. Great. But the special thing about it, really, besides the fact that you're using either your armor value or your shield value, is that if you lose, the difference of damage dealt, the damage dealt is not the damage profile of the weapon that's hitting you. It's the difference between your successes and your enemy's successes. So, like, say you roll 3 successes, I roll 1. Even if I have a beam cannon, I don't do 8 damage, I do 1. Right?
Ah.
So let's roll. So this should be a shield shrug off.
Yep. That is a 6 and 2 ones. All right. 8 versus my 14. I have 7 successes.
7 successes versus my 2. You bring up your beam shield, and 300mm round smacks right into it. Time bomb. Quix.
Whoa. Sorry, I've been fighting for my life. Yeah, what's up?
You see Hordon in front of you raise his beam shield to simply tank a 300mm bazooka round. You know, one of the weapons kind of designed to stop beam shields. And you see it impact the beam shield, and then there's a big puff of smoke.
And then Hordon's just gone, I presume.
No, and then Hordon somehow comes right out of the smoke, spick and span.
Sir,
That's
I might
gutsy.
actually live forever.
That's gutsy, Sergeant, and I like guts. Never do that on the battlefield.
And because I tapped you, Quix, what would you like to do?
Hold on, let me pull up the action economy real quick.
The economy? You're looking at Lunan stocks?
Mm-hmm. Always.
Oh,
I am going to. Whoops, I was on the red team tab. I'm like, where did everybody go? All right, now that we restart. All right. Scout 2D, close in close, and finish them off.
gotcha.
Little John, stick with me.
Roger.
Is this a team action?
What's the range at the one who shot him?
For you, it would be short range.
Short range.
Is this a team action
Short
maneuver
range.
or an order, by the way?
This is an order.
I'm just going to bring this up because you were a bit confused last time. You can
No, I
only do
didn't.
one order or one team action maneuver in a turn.
Per combat or per
Turn.
round?
Because we've
Turn.
gone through everybody, you can do it again.
Yeah, no, it's a fresh turn again, yeah.
It's a fresh turn. So in order, please roll me grit leadership.
Grit leadership I. 4 plus 4. That's 8. 3, that's 5 successes.
That's another +3 for everybody else. So, Timebomb, what do you want to do for your regular action?
For my regular action, I am going to. That closest sunflower is at short, right?
Yes.
I'm going to shoot my wrist grenades at him because it's a new weapon I've never used before.
It is going to try to dodge.
All right.
Please make this check at a minus... No, at a +1.
Making the check at a +1. Just a. What kind of shot is it?
It should be ordnance.
Ordnance shot. Okay. That is a 6 successes. 7 successes +1.
That should be enough.
One would think.
Well, I got 4 successes, and you only needed the 2 to do full damage. And if you got one success, that would still do enough damage to kill it. Congratulations. I would like you to roll me a 2d6.
Oh, okay. Four.
Congratulations. No critical detonation. Timebomb.
Yippee.
You see, you smack it dead center as, the thing shatters into pieces, limbs flying everywhere. Timebomb. Who do you pass the turn to?
I pass to. Let's do. 2D.
All right. It's my turn to do a thing. I'm still on top of Sunflower 2, right?
Correct.
All right. So, All right. Can I sort of like I'm trying to figure out how to say this in a way that makes sense. Can I sort of like latch or like hold it in place with my beam saber so I can spray it with the chest autocannon while I'm like right on top of it?
Sure. Would you like to roll twice on this?
Sure.
Like, do two checks, what I mean by that.
Yeah, I can do that. Let's go gambling.
So the first one should be at a +1, and the second one should be at a -1. And this is gonna be,
Okay.
I'd like you to roll me a grit firearms reactor. I will remind you, you have a +3 to use on either of these to finish these guys off.
That's true. Okay. So first one's just a normal melee attack, right?
No,
Oh, right. Okay.
it's grit firearms reactor.
Okay. And this first check is at a +1, so I'll save the +3 for the check that's at a -1. That seems reasonable to me. Okay. What's my firearms? Reactor. All right, that is a 13, which is a 12 + 1. Rolling now. I got a 10.
How many successes is that?
That is 4 successes.
4 successes. So as you come up to the second sunflower, it thrusts its beam saber forward that's drawn out from its backplate. It goes into your shield, the beam containment field that makes up your beam shield, pushes its arm out of the way as you get close. You deactivate the shield, grab onto it. You open fire. You do 2 damage, bringing it down to 3 armor. Please roll me an additional check of snapshot.
Alrighty.
As you know, sparks are flying all about you, as you could just see, really close up the Jamesbury 2 in front of you sort of been pushed back as you let the chest autos open up. And are you using your +3 from the order? Yes.
Yes.
So this should be at a +2 in grand total.
Yep. And it's a snapshot. So where's my snapshot? Okay. That is a 14. Okay, that's not bad. What's this? I got a 7. How many successes is that? Come here, calculator. Not 4. I imagine being able to type.
It would help.
Yeah, that generally speaking, the ability to type and do math would help in these kinds of games. All right, it's 8 successes.
8 successes, so you do full damage, bringing it down to 3 frame. Who would you like to pass to, 2D?
Has to be an enemy this time, right?
Yes, it should.
You know what? I'll pass to Sunflower 2, just because it would be funny.
It tries to stab you again, 2D. What would you like to do?
Can I countercharge it stabbing me?
You can counter swipe. You can try to hit it back. You're a little close
Yeah, that'll
for
work.
a counter charge.
Yeah, charge isn't the right expression there. It would be counter swipe, I guess.
Was this a meeting attack or this is returning fire?
Remind me what the difference between those are? I kept getting those confused last time.
The difference is very, very simple. On a meeting attack, and so on a returning fire, if you lose, your successes are subtracted from your enemies. So, like, say I get 6, you get 5. I only do 1 successive damage, right? Normal rules for opposed checks. For a meeting attack is if I get, let's say, 4 and you get 7, you do full damage. But if you had gotten 6, within 2 successes, we both would have done full damage. See?
I see. Let's go gambling. I'll do a meeting attack.
Alrighty. This should be at a -1 because of your target's nimble 1.
Okay. And that's just standard melee, right?
Yeah. Melee grit.
Okay.
Regular melee.
Melee grit. Alright. 1 second. Let me roll that. Okay. That's at a -1. Threshold of 12. My result is a 9. 4.
Versus my 2. So that's within 2 successes.
Does that mean we both do full damage?
Thing is, my full damage just results in me smacking your beam shield 2D as, you kill the sunflower.
But hey, it tried its best. Respect.
And
I was hoping this would be all of us exploding into a bunch of sparks, and then I shrug the thing away from me.
And then you all see the first sunflower start to turn and run as the computer has decided you have won this engagement. Unless anyone wants to take a shot, I'll allow anyone to do it.
I'm really bad at shooting.
Zoifiya's just gonna say over comms, there's no point. We've technically won by the computer standards.
It's the computer anyway.
Yes, there's no merit or moral guilt over killing a bit of code.
You all get out of the simulator after your successful simulator battle as a team. Looks like Jozsua, despite the fact that this is not the RMMA, the quick integration of pilots is still holding true for the IVA. They've fought
The Jovian doctrine works.
So, do you have anything to say to your pilots?
Well done, team. Let's try and keep it a little bit less aggressive on the field, but that's some really good fundamentals.
Fuyuki looks a tiny bit disappointed at that, but brushes past it pretty quick.
So do you think there was a
Thank you,
glitch
sir.
there when that bazooka hit my shield that didn't kill me? Captain?
Sorry, I honestly have no idea what happened there. Roll of the dice, I guess.
Guess so.
Sorry, my cat's freaking out.
Or it was a good shield.
Or it could have been a dud.
Yeah, that's true.
I
I didn't know they
suppose.
could program those into simulations, though.
I feel that would be counterintuitive to the simulation, because even though it's more realistic, it would create bad habits within the actual pilots, no?
That or not. I just try my best not to get hit.
What do you think that shot I missed early on in the simulation went?
I mean, nowhere really, because it was a sim.
Yes, but in an actual scenario, what do you think the implications of missing a shot in a colony would be?
Quite obvious. There's a reason why I didn't blast anything until it was right in front of me.
You all hear the intercom on the simulator room pipe up.
Very impressive work, Rafa 2, especially for newcomers.
Thank you, sir.
Comrade Colonel, you were watching in on us.
Well, I am not a colonel, but I appreciate the endorsement, so to speak. But yes, I was watching it over you, for the last bit at least. I had finished my paperwork. Wanted to see what the second Rafa could do.
Fuyuki looks quite proud, because he thinks he performed pretty well in that simulation. And he's like, well, sir, if you have anything you want me to keep in mind or any notes on my performance, do let me know.
You should see to your superior officer for any feedback on personal ability. I would say you all did fine work, and I will leave it at that until you have an official debriefing with your immediate superior.
Understood.
Zoifiya, is he a pilot?
The sergeant lieutenant is a pilot. Senior lieutenant. Blake.
Are they good at it?
There are rumors, and I'll leave it at that.
What?
Senior Lieutenant Rossovin, your words mean a lot to me. Thank you.
Well, I'm grateful to hear that.
I didn't want some pencil pusher saying I was good at combat and then me taking that compliment and dying later.
You shouldn't get a big head from any compliment. Even one from Markovic means nothing on the field.
Why are you bringing up Markovic?
I don't know, I'm flying pretty high right now.
It's probably a glitch, Little John. You're not invincible.
Little John just gives you a look like he might be.
I don't know why everyone is celebrating.
It's a mechanical.
If this were a real combat, I would have blown a hole straight through the colony, and the lieutenant sergeant would be dead. This isn't a success, except for maybe Fuyuki and Jozsua, but
For
everyone
real
else-
combat, we wouldn't be in the can in the first place. We would have done this very differently. The point of this wasn't to do 1-to-1 what we're gonna do in real life. It was to, shake the rust off, get to know to work together as a team in a realistic-ish situation. We really can't look too much into it one way or another. We're gonna be in these eggs a lot.
Exactly.
It just bothers me.
Just don't miss next
Failure
time,
is
I
not an
guess.
option.
Yeah,
And yet
exactly.
I did.
We all
Then-
missed.
But you won't.
Use a weapon that doesn't miss.
Like a really long beam rifle?
I meant more a sword.
Trust me, you can miss with a sword. My fencing lessons have taught me that much.
Yeah, but at least when you miss with a sword, it doesn't blow up a bunch of shit.
How hard are you trying to swing the sword?
Okay, fair. look, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm being
Cap-
dismissive.
It's my own fault. Nobody here has anything to blame.
Just try not to be so down about yourself, okay?
Look, I agree with 2D. It's one of those scenarios where it's good that you messed up in a controlled, non-real environment. And that's why we practice.
Yep.
It's not a personal failure, it's part of growth. We all go through it. Of course, I'm 100% gonna try that shield trick out in the field.
You will
You
die.
should. It was badass.
Never do that again. Although, perhaps we could stage it again for one of Rasavin's photos.
That would be gnarly.
It was badass.
Well,
I guess
what time is it?
It is currently something like about nearing 2 p.m., so 300 hours. Probably crank out some more of this.
2 p.m., so 300 hours?
Am I
1,400 hours.
Sorry, it's been a day.
Yeah, you're alright.
It's all good.
You could probably
My
crank out
brain.
some more
Yeah.
of this. But, eventually, sooner or later, the time ticks forwards and it reaches dinner time.
Yay,
The
dinner
people of the colony have so graciously decided to cater for the regiment. And dinner tonight is special because you're leaving port. And it's New Year's, very important to the Jovian people, right up there with Christmas. Start of a whole new year. So you have traditional Coronian food to eat.
What is traditional
nice.
Cronian food?
It is actually very syncretic blending of Southeast Asian and Chinese culinary traditions. So you're having like Indian curry alongside pot stickers.
Fuyuki looks very happy about this.
Have you ever tried curry before, Jozsua?
Nope.
Well, you're certainly going to try right now. What about you, Zoifiya? Have you ever tried curry?
She never has.
What do you two think?
It's really hot.
She's trying to compose herself, and physically she is, barring the fact that she is crying. Just straight up sobbing.
I was about to say, please make me a poised composure. No, grand composure.
Fuyuki is grit 5. He's
Poise,
just chill.
composure. All right. Threshold. Oh, whoops. Number lock. Meets it, beats it.
You're somehow keeping it together, Jozsua. This is agonizing, though.
3 failures.
I'm hurting.
You have Hurton on the other side of the table, kind of just smirking at you.
Yeah, like I was like, I like to imagine the camera kind of pans over to like Fuyuki and Hordon just sitting on the other side of the table.
Chowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hordon lives in a cosmopolitan federal city where, there's a billion cultures living in the exact same spot. Our Jovians, however, live with Eastern European cuisine and Middle Eastern cuisine. Neither are particularly renowned for being very, very spicy.
Not your usual potatoes?
No, the. Oh god. No. The Korean cuisine is magnificent. I'm rather enjoying myself. Oh god.
Do we have milk on board? I'm kidding. That doesn't actually work.
Yeah, there actually really isn't a word in Jovian for like the flavor that this is, so
Well, there is one word.
Delicious?
Pain.
it hurts.
I can't stop eating it though. But it
You'll get
hurts.
used to it.
Comrade Sergeant, how are you able to perform that trick 3 more times throughout our runs in the simulation?
Yeah, I'm starting to think it's not a glitch. Also, again, don't worry. That burn goes away and you start to enjoy it. It's like the feeling after our mandatory workouts.
I'll have to trust you on this one.
Also, don't drink any sodas.
Oh yeah.
Or hot tea.
You can't have
Or
any,
hot drinks.
You can't have any sodas in space.
We don't have drinking bulbs?
No, actually, so the fun fact for you, Volca, is so carbonation relies on essentially gases inside your drink, right? That's what makes it bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're in zero gravity, what happens is there's no gravity to separate the gases in the liquid, so it gets separated, and so when you drink it, the gases make you violently sick, and you immediately throw up. This is why you can't have sodas. You can't have beer in space. And you can't have wine.
We can't have carbonated wine.
I thought most wine was effervescent.
Most wine isn't.
Oh, really? Learning
Most
something
ciders
new.
are. Mm.
Even if we're under thrust? Or is thrust gravity not enough?
You'd need like normal, like a 1G environment.
I don't know what the bright line is.
Quick!
I'm just gonna say it's
Kick
not
on the
enough.
engines. I want soda.
You know, if you wanted a soda on the ship, you can go to like the ship's hamster ball to exercise under quote unquote gravity, but you'll look like a moron.
Mm.
That thing.
I'll leave that for the crazy Terrans.
I think the regiment only has one Terran in it. And he's not on the Bonita Rosa.
I did mean in general, not necessarily specifically our ship. I feel like Terrans from Earth probably are going to miss their sodas enough to do crazy shit like that in space.
Maybe the Martians too. Anyways, speaking of, you hear this is ship Cabero speaking. All hands, if you would make your way to a monitor. The Poju is making his New Year's address. Yes, please, anyone who would like to witness the live broadcast, please make your way to a monitor. That will be all.
I will make my way to a monitor.
You know, in the mess hall, there's more than one. A lot of them, typically, they're just running reruns of old shows. But it switches to the live broadcast of the New Year's Eve address. You know, in Jovian tradition, New Year's fireworks to celebrate the start of the new year happen after the Poju gives his address and when it's formally completed. And you see Jack Urban on the screen live. He looks drunk and kind of out of it as he stares between what looks like the camera and then probably a cameraman next to it. He says, "Good year, comrades." He's sort of like swaying in his seat a little bit. We have much left to do. Saturn. And like then you see a thought pass his eyes. Before he opens his mouth, shuts it again, says, Saturn needs us. We must help Saturn. It is our moral imperative. Then he stops for a couple seconds trying to think of what to say. Honor demands, with the Federation on the ropes, the will... Wait, but Congress... And then he seems to like start falling forward as the screen suddenly cuts.
What the hell was that?
That is the state of Jovian Parliament in the modern era, my friend.
Fuyuki just kind of has a bitter expression on his face, but he does not say anything.
He has a bitter expression?
A bit, yeah.
Why?
Just, you'd figure that one would use the New Year's address as a time to say something actually inspiring and not get ridiculously drunk and ramble live. It's a bit of a mess, but,
You know Fuyuki.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is the president of the Jovian Union does this every year. Like, and I don't mean Jack Urban, I mean the president of the Jovian Union, all of them. Ever since Great Ceremonia, there's always been a New Year's address and a Christmas Eve address. One to cap the year off and one to start the year off, right?
Yeah.
And you've noticed within the last 7 or so years, Jack Urban has gotten increasingly senile and old in every single one of these 2 yearly addresses. And yet he is still in office.
Yeah. And Fuyuki's not gonna say anything. But, let's just say he's definitely noticed that, and this is sort of, furthering his,
You know what's really, really sad is that as a Cronian, you owe so much to this man, and he's physically deteriorating.
Exactly.
Jozsua, what do you make of all this?
I mean, the core sentiment is true, but like he knows it's true. Everyone knows this. This isn't particularly groundbreaking or even inspiring information, and on the cusp of victory in Saturn as well. This is just
Sad.
not comforting.
I see.
You know what the Federals will make of this, right?
Federals don't know how to have fun. Or are you going to tell me we're not allowed to drink on New Year's Eve?
They're not allowed to drink on New Year's Eve. Are you crazy?
That's what I was
It's
thinking.
New Year's Day.
Matter of fact,
Dre
why aren't we
drinking on
drinking
New
right
Year's
now?
Day.
or are we technically still on duty?
Well, you do get a ration for this sort of thing.
Captain, permission to start partying?
Permission granted.
Roger.
I don't drink. I think I'm gonna head back to my bunk if I'm not needed anymore here.
You know, as you say that, you see a camera flash as, you know, some of the camera crewmen from the local Cronian papers takes photos just everyone in their natural environment.
Fuyuki makes an effort to sort of stand up a little straighter, um, get some of the bitterness out of his expression, and maybe, gives a smile over at one of the cameras, but he still just kind of looks like he wants to leave.
Can Zoifiya make a keen awareness here? Or maybe a keen empathy?
Sure. What are you trying to decipher?
More so, just recognizing Fuyuki's state and wondering what's going on a more detailed level, I suppose. If that's okay with Vinner.
Yeah, that's fine.
Two failures.
Oof.
No clue. He just got up and left because he was tired, apparently. Just leaving the... What? Did Hordon leave?
No, I'm still here
Just trying to remember.
drinking with somebody.
Because I thought
Or
you
by
got
myself.
up. I thought you got up to go party.
I figured there were people around in the mess hall that were drinking and partying there,
So you
seeing as
left.
it's a public open spot.
So you've left the table, leaving Jovians at the table alone.
Sure, that sounds
Comment?
depressing.
You mean Jovians all alone? Of course they're depressed. They're Jovians. You need at least 5 of them in the room to be for them to be happy. This is a known fact.
I feel really bad for them.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
I see. Jozsua, Zoifiya?
Yep. Sorry, I just got hit with the tired stick, and I also have to wake up in 5 hours for work, so can't really continue for much longer.
The thing is, I wanted to do this as the final scene. Then sits Rasavin at the table.
Armored Captain. He's
Yes.
pointing to the door Fuyuki left in. A little young for the IVA.
I've noticed that. I'm not sure what to do about it.
This isn't Novinets, is it, Captain?
We're very far from Novinyans. I'm not sure what you mean.
Our grandfathers. Your father, I suppose. The war they fought in, this isn't it. There's no greater imperative. There's nothing you wouldn't see someone his age fighting in Novinets.
Why the glum expressions, comrades?
I really gotta go to sleep.
Captain,
Lieutenant
you look
Rasavin.
exhausted. Perhaps you should go get some rest.
Sorry, I've been really out of it for like the last hour. I'm kind of sick, and I need to wake up at 3 a.m. Yeah.
You see,
Oh, are we not in character? Okay.
apparently Jozsua being so tired, he gets up to go to sleep. Comrade director's orders. Leaving Zoifiya and Rasavin at the table.
Can I go? Sorry, can I go?
Yes.
Yes, go
Okay.
to sleep.
We've been telling you in text. You good 2 minutes.
Lieutenant Rasavin,
Yeah.
I've heard you're, how would you say, overzealous.
Overzealous?
Overzealous in the meetings.
What sort of rumor is that?
I'm unsure. That's why I asked you.
He just grins. Is it true that I get excited during our political discussions? Of course I do. Politics are exciting. Political participation is the greatest act of an individual's will in the Jovian Union we can exercise. Why shouldn't I be excited to get others involved in the process? It is only by being involved in the process that we will preserve our union.
We are political creatures. It's in our nature. Every part of our lives are decided by our meetings, by our decision making. It's through our vote and through our awards that we survive and thrive. It's why we're not federal pigs, Lunan corporates, deciding how people should live their lives as their peasantry starve on the streets.
He scratches his chin. There are no peasants in the Federation. There are only victims.
It's a self-eating system.
Well, at the end of the day, that system may eat itself, but we're here to make sure that it's a little more digestible. That's why we're here for the Cronians as well. So, what do you think? Am I overzealous?
I think you're the only. I think you're the perfect example of what we should be.
No. I am not the perfect example of what you should be. I am the perfect example of who I should be. You need to be the perfect example of yourself. That is all the Jovian Union demands of you.
Zoifiya,
Things are different here.
how are you feeling?
Conflicted, mostly, about everything she's seen today. This discussion with Rasavin has definitely left her homesick, to say the least. This is more akin to the interactions she's used to.
I see. And you're a long way
That's-
from home. Oh yeah, Perry?
That said, Junior Lieutenant, whenever you wish to discuss that matter, feel free to come see me. After all, I may wear many hats, he says, despite not wearing a single hat physically. But I'll always make time for the pilots and armed workers of our expedition.
The IVA, it's a miracle.
No, it is not a miracle. It is the result of hard collective labor. After all, there are many miracles that the divines whip up for our union, but the IVA, we built that with sweat, blood, and tears. We do not need to credit God or any other divinity with it. We can credit our own hands and the will of those who came before us.
I know many people, some I'd consider brothers, who'd call you heretical for saying something like that.
And let them call me a heretical priest then. That would be well within their rights, and I would welcome the opportunity to discuss it with them in detail. And he just smiled. Now
I
then.
look forward to seeing you next meeting, Comrade Lieutenant.
Indeed, I look forward to seeing you, but for the moment, I think I'm going to follow the example of your comrade Sergeant and indulge in some celebrations of that stirring New Year's address. He winks, and then he walks off to go join Hordon in drinking away and partying.
And Zoifiya, you see him walk away, taking one step closer towards a new year.